Attachment is the root of all suffering. Practice detachment and you will never be hurt. Detach yourself from materialistic ideas and goals in your physical life and you'll find freedom. No amount of money or possessions can truly make you happy. True happiness comes from within. Look into your mind and find the answers.
I smoke Cali, no enemy. I won't stop until I get a mirror. See that face, I'm rocking polo. Knew that I could take it, man, I done it on my dolo. Nigga, you was vaping, I was really on my solo. Bitches wanna shake it, I will never hold a holdo. Knew that I would make it, now we really living good. Flying packs, now I fly a spaceship through the hood. No chance, leave no traces, glass valley and the snood. I never fuck her if she's basic, make her tense out the wood. Come up so hasty, faster than the car goes. I was never lazy, they say that I can't blow. How I used to make P, grab and clear the cargo. Told my nigga Casey, I'ma take it far, bro. Only smoke straight green, cause I'm healthy. I swear money was the only thing to help me. I was in the slums, but my mindset was wealthy. And this ain't spice, only smoke the top shelf cheap. Honey's on me, now the honey's on me. It's what I'm popping.
What's up? Hey. It's your boy, Equivocal, Inception Mystic, Esoteric, Intuitive Insight, Kyrie's Cohen, Archangel Gabriel, Shepherd Donovan, Libra Sun, Regulus Movement, Quemini, Verba Rising, Immortal Soul, Enlightened Being, 369 the Res, Disestablishmentarian, Star Seed Stand Up, here to deliver you deep, esoteric knowledge, divine, intellectual wisdom, and intelligence in a way that can be understood by all ages. Now I don't care if you're big or small, short or tall. Now I don't care if you're old or run, boring or fun. Now I don't care if you walk or run, snow or sun. Let's get to it. Now, peace and love to you all. I wish you guys the best. I wish you guys have been doing good. Welcome back to the channel. And I hope you guys have been getting along well with your tasks. So last week, I told you to let go mentally. Week 5, we was talking about the creative mind. And in week 5, we're going to be talking about the brain of a man. So it's my privilege to show you week 6. In this part, we're going to be getting an excellent understanding of the most wonderful piece of mechanism which has ever been created. A mechanism by which you can create for yourself health, strength, success, prosperity, or any other condition which you desire. Necessities are demands, and demands create action, and actions bring about results. The process of evolution is constantly building our tomorrows out of our todays. Individual development, like universal development, must be gradual with an ever increasing capacity and volume. The knowledge that if we infringe upon the rights of others, we shall become moral thorns and find ourselves entangled at every turn in the road should be an indication that success is contingent upon the highest moral idea, which is the greatest good to the greatest number. Aspiration, desire, and harmonious relations constantly and persistently maintains will accomplish results. The greatest hindrance is erroneous and fixed ideas, narrow-mindedness. To be in tune with the eternal truth, we must possess poise and harmony within. In order to receive intelligence, the receiver must be in tune with the transmitter. Thought is a product of mind, and mind is creative. But this does not mean that the universal will change its modulus operandi to suit our ideas, but it does mean that we have come into a harmonious relationship with the universal. And when we have accomplished this, we may ask anything to which we are entitled, and the way will be made plain. So I asked you guys last week to let go mentally, to chill in one spot, do your meditation as per usual, and to begin to let go of any negative thoughts. So if you are not able to do that, go back and watch week 5 again. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Keep rewatching it, keep practicing, keep sharpening your mental abilities, keep working on it, and keep trying, never quit, just keep trying. Each time you do it, it should get slightly easier, and if you can't, go back 1 week. But every time you do it, you should be making small improvements. Each time you build up that picture, it should get clearer. Each time you come to the position, you should feel more comfortable in that spot. You should feel like, I'm actually getting used to this. I'm actually seeing how this can help me. Because, bro, I'm not giving you this shit for you to not even take none of it in and not understand it, yo. You should be able to do these tasks and actually understand how is this going to help me in real life. After you finish meditating, after you finish coming to your usual position, after you finish what I told you to do last week, you should actually be sitting there with something to take away. You should have some notes, you should have a feeling, you should have a thought, you should have some sort of ideas, some motivation, inspiration. You should have some aspirations that you've taken away from this that you can remember, and you know for a fact that it was this that helped you with this, so you can remember this state of mind at any point in time that you want to. If you want to go back to how you was feeling during week 5 or how you was feeling in that moment, you just do what you done in that moment. So if you want to go back to that state of calmness and let go of your negative thoughts, you don't have to watch my video to do it. You can remember what you done when you was watching my video and go back to this at any point in time. You can go in school, you can get in trouble in school and use it. You could be fucking getting arrested and use this. You could be in the middle of a meeting and use this. You could be about to have an important sports game or about to have a test, and you remember, cool, how can I let go of all my negative thoughts? It don't fucking matter what you're doing, bro. Meditation is not specific to one thing. A lot of you have this idea that meditation is this and you have to sit in silence and think about one thing. No, bro, there's different types of meditation. You can use it for all different things. For me, I make this analogy. Meditation is like prepping your soul. So no matter what you want to grow, meditation is like tilling your soul so you can have fertile ground. You can have good soul to grow any seed. So say you're a basketball player, say you're a boxer, say you're a rapper, say you're an actor, say you're a scientist. These people meditate on the act of themselves doing it. So for them, meditation is prepping the soil. No matter what seed you want to choose, the seed of a sportsman or the seed of a musician, from prepping that soil, you're able to plant the seed of any ideas you have. But say you're in a shit mind state or you're an angry person, negative person, no matter what you want to be, you're not going to be able to do it. But somebody who have cultivated their mind state, it don't matter what avenue they choose, they're going to be successful either way. So it don't matter if you want to plant a watermelon seed, if you want to plant a flower, if you want to plant a flipping cherry, it don't matter, yo. As long as you have meditated / taken care of your soil, you can grow any plant you want to. But your idea is like the seed. So say you want to become a computer programmer, but you didn't spend the time to prep your mental soil. It does not matter what seed. You can get the best quality seed in the earth. It don't fucking matter. If you plant this seed on the hard fucking concrete, or you plant this seed on some dry ass soil, or you plant the seed in the middle of a fucking motorway, it's not gonna grow. It don't matter how good the seed is, it's not gonna grow. But if you spend the time meditating, so I say meditating is like taking care of your soil. If you spend the time doing this already, it don't matter what you choose. You could even get a fucking random seed. It don't matter what you try to grow. When you know the soil was fertile and the soil was ready, your mind is prepped for idea. It does not matter what seed you choose, yo. You can plant anything and it will grow because you know that you've taken care of the soil. So, yo, I'm just giving you a little bit of information, a little bit of background knowledge, a little bit of context to how you can actually use this in your real life. But, yo, if you guys don't understand, you can hit me up, whatever. But I'm doing this to show you, yo, I'm not just giving you this shit, like bullshit, just throwing it at you. I actually want you to use this and understand how this is beneficial to you and how this can help you be the best you. So if you have any questions, let me know, comment them below. But you should be able to see how this information and how the task can actually help you in your real life, because every week is going to get harder and harder, but you're going to become more skillful, you're going to acquire more abilities, and you're going to be a more powerful, you're more conscious, a more aware, a more present being, and you're going to be able to do things you never even dreamed possible. But if you skip even one step, you're probably not going to be able to do the task. So I honestly don't care whether you watch every single week or not. But for those of you who want to be the best you can, start from the beginning and watch each one in order. Do every task for 1 week, and if you can't complete the task, spend more time on it. From week 6, the tasks start getting more challenging. So even me, I wasn't able to complete this week the first task. So, the first try. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. If you haven't watched my last video, go watch it now. If you haven't watched any of the series, go back to week 1, because you're just going to be skipping information. And if you really don't care and you want to just get little bits of information here and there, you can. But if you want to get the full picture, if you want to get the full knowledge and the full experience and understand the whole context of everything, I would suggest you watch every week from the beginning. But yo, you have free will, you can do whatever you want. I don't make the rules. Week 6, let's go. 369, week 6, we're going to be talking about the brain of a man. So if you have not watched week 5, go back and watch it. Last time telling you this, make sure you're able to complete the task from week 5 before you watch this one. And here we go. Week 6, the brain of a man. The universal mind is so wonderful that it is difficult to understand its powers and possibilities and the unlimited producing effects. We have found out that this mind is not only intelligence, but all substance and all intelligence. How then is it to be differentiated in form? How are we to secure the effect we desire? You can ask any electrician what the effect of electricity will be. And this is similar to the analogy I made with the soil and planting. So, if I say to you, what is electricity? It depends, like, you can use electricity for different things, but if you ask an electrician, what is electricity? What's the effect of electricity? It's equivocal, really, because you could use this power outlet for different things. But electricity is a form of motion, and its effect will depend on the mechanism to which it is attached. So electricity can be used for many different things. It's a form of motion, and its effect will depend on the mechanism to which it is attached, just like meditation. So this mechanism will depend whether we will have heat, light, power, music, or any other marvelous inventions. But the mechanism that is attached depends on the effect we will get from electricity. So electricity is not one concrete thing. It's not only used for one thing, the same as meditation. The effect we get will depend on the mechanism that is attached. So what is the effect produced by thought? The reply is that thought is mind in motion, just as wind is air in motion, just as electricity, it is effect, and its effect will depend entirely on the mechanism to which it is attached, just like electricity is energy in motion. Emotion. The reply is that thought is mind in motion, and its effect will depend entirely on the mechanism to which it is attached. Here's the secret of all mental power. It's dependent entirely upon the mechanism which we attach. What is this mechanism? We have known about mechanisms invented by the greatest inventors or electrical wizards who have shown us time and space become only figures of speech. Einstein, Edison. But did you ever stop and think, what was the mechanism which has been given to you for transforming the universal, omnipresent, potential power that was invented by even a greater inventor than Edison? We are accustomed to examining the mechanism of the implements which we use for tilling the soil, and we try to get an understanding of the mechanism of the automobile we drive. But most of us are in ignorance to the mechanism and the greatest mechanism which has come into existence, the mechanism which we are using on a daily basis, the brain of a man. Many of us are accustomed to examining the mechanism of the implements which we use for tilling the soil, but we fail to learn the mechanism on the implements which we use in the brain of our own self. So let us examine the wonders of this mechanism. Perhaps we shall thereby get a better understanding of the various effects of which is the cause. In the first place, there is the great mental world in which we live and move and have our being. This world is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and omnibenevolent. It will respond to our desire in direct ratio as to purpose and faith. The purpose must be in accordance with the law of being. That is, it must be creative or constructive. Our faith must be strong enough to generate a current of sufficient strength to bring our purpose into manifestation. As thy faith is, so it be unto thee. This bears the stamp of a scientific test. The effects which are produced in the world are the result of the action and reaction of the individual upon the universal. Sorry, people keep texting me. I'm going to just mute this phone. Do not disturb. Where was I? What was I saying? The effects which are produced in the world without are the result of the action and reaction of the individual upon the universal. That is a process which we call thinking. The brain is the organ through which this process is accomplished. Think of the wonder of it all. Do you love music, flowers, art, drawing, or are you inspired by the thought of an ancient or modern genius? Remember, every beauty to which you respond must have its corresponding outline in your brain before you can appreciate it. There is not a single virtue or principle of nature that the brain cannot express. The brain is an embryonic world, ready to develop at any time as necessity may arise. If you can comprehend that this is a scientific truth and one of the wonderful laws of nature, it will be easier for you to get all understanding of the mechanism by which these extraordinary results are being accomplished. Like, how did Einstein come up with these crazy inventions and theories? The nervous system has been compared to an electrical circuit with its battery of cells in which forces originated, and its white matter to insulated wires by which the current is conveyed. It is through these channels that every impulse or desire is carried through the mechanism. The spinal cord is a great motor and sensory pathway by which messages are conveyed to and from the brain. There is a blood supply from veins and arteries, the perfectly arranged structure, the physical body rest, and finally the delicate and beautiful skin, clothing the entire mechanism in a mantle of beauty. This then is the temple of the living God, and the individual I is given control, and upon his understanding of the mechanism which is within his control will the result depend. So the level of consciousness and the understanding the man has of the mechanism that God has given us to use will depend the results with which we can bring about and we can manifest by using this very same mechanism. Only in understanding it and coming into a conscious possession of what we actually have to use. So someone who don't know what their potential is or don't know what they can achieve is not going to achieve anything. But somebody who realizes, yo, we've been given this gift from God, we are one with the universal, they can create infinitely. Every thought sets the brain cells in action. At first, the substance upon which a thought is directed fails to respond. But if the thought is sufficiently refined and concentrated, the substance finally yields and expresses perfectly. This influence of the mind can be exerted upon any part of the body, causing the elimination of any undesirable effect. An understanding of this law governing the mental world is of an inestimable value in the transaction of business, as it helps with the power of discernment and gives a clearer understanding and appreciation of facts. The man who looks within instead of without cannot fail to make use of the mighty forces which will eventually determine his course in life and so bring him into vibration with all that is best, strongest, and most desirable. Attention, retention, intention, or concentration is probably the most important, essential in the development of mind, culture, attention as well. The possibilities of attention, when properly directed, are so startling that they would hardly appear credible to the uninitiated. The cultivation of attention is a distinguishing character of every successful man or woman and is the very highest personal accomplishment which can be acquired. The power of attention can be more readily understood by comparing it with a sunglass with which the rays of the sunlight are focused. So, for example, when you get a magnifying glass and you fuck about with the rays, it's not really doing nothing of power until the rays are moved and the glass is focused and the rays is directed from one place to another. But let the glass be held perfectly still and let the rays be focused on one spot for any length of time, and the effect will become immediately apparent. You can burn something with this power of laser focus. So when you're just using the light aimlessly and you're not really shining it on one specific thing, it's relatively powerless. But if you get a magnifying glass and actually focus the rays of light, hold it perfectly still for any length of time, and you're going to see immediately the power of that. The power in this exercise. You can do this yourself with a glass, pair of glasses or a magnifying glass in the sun. But this shows the power of attention right there. How much focusing the same amount of energy just on one point makes it much more exponentially powerful. So, with the power of thought, let power be dissipated by scattering the thought from one object to another, and no results is apparent. But focus this power through attention or concentration on any single purpose for any length of time, and nothing becomes impossible. A very simple remedy for a very complex situation, some will say. Try it. Alright then, you have no experience concentrating thought on a definite purpose or object. Choose any single object and concentrate your attention on it for about 10 minutes. You can't do it. Most probably you can't do it. Some of you out there, maybe you can do it. But for the most of you, you can't do it. Focus your attention on one single object for 10 minutes. One single object, focus your attention on it for 10 minutes. You can't do it. The mind will wander a dozen times, and it will be necessary to bring it back to original purpose each time, and the effect will have been lost at the end of the 10 minutes, and you will have gained nothing, because you have not been able to hold your thought steadily to the purpose. So this is why week by week we are working up, because if I give you this task on the first week, you'll probably just quit, So it's, however, through attention that you'll finally be able to overcome obstacles of any kind that will appear in your path, onward and upward. And the only way to acquire this wonderful power is by practice. Practice makes perfect. In this, as in anything else. In order to cultivate the power of attention, bring now a photograph with you to the same seat, same position as before. So for this week, you're going to have to take a photo with you to the position. So you can choose anything you want, any photo you want, but you're going to choose a photo, And it's exercises like this that's going to help you control your mental moods, attitude, consciousness. So great financiers are learning to withdraw from the multitude more and more, that they may have more time for planning, thinking, and generating the right mental mood. So I want you guys now to go and choose a photograph, get it, and pause the video if you have to, and then come back to the seat. Okay, have you got your photograph? Successful businessmen are constantly demonstrating the fact that it pays to keep in touch with the thought of other successful businessmen. Any single idea could be worth thousands of dollars, and these ideas can only come to those who are receptive, who are prepared to receive them, who are in a successful frame of mind. Men are learning to place themselves in harmony with the universal mind. They are learning the unity of all things. They are learning the basic methods and principles of thinking. And this changing conditions can multiply results. They're finding that circumstances and environment follow the trend of mental and spiritual progress. Only circumstances can change once you change your mind state. I changed my mind state and my life changed. They find that growth follows knowledge. Action follows inspiration. Opportunity follows perception. Always the spiritual first, then the transformation into the infinite and unlimited possibilities of achievement. As the individual is but the channel for differentiations of the universal, these possibilities are necessary and necessarily inexhaustible. Thought is the process by which we may absorb the spirit of power and hold the results in our inner consciousness until it becomes a part of our ordinary consciousness. The method of accomplishing this result by the persistent practice of a few fundamental principles is explained here, and we're going to unlock the universal truth, the secrets of the universe. The two great sources of human suffering are present with bodily disease and mental anxiety. These may be traced to the infringement or corruption or disobedience of some natural universal laws. This is no doubt owing to the fact that so far knowledge has remained largely partial, but the clouds of darkness which have accumulated through long ages are beginning to roll away, and with them many of the miseries and imperfect information that we have got is actually beginning to fade away, and we're finding the truths. And many of these hard truths or things people say like too good to be true, shit like that, we're coming to find, there's some things that's not too good to be true, Some things is good and it's true. Some of these old ways of thinking, these old mind states, we're breaking away from them and we're becoming to actually change ourselves. That a man can change himself, improve himself, recreate himself, control his environment and master his own destiny is a conclusion of every mind who is wide awake to the power of right thought in constructive action. So I want you to look at your picture and close your eyes. What are some of the effects which can be produced by electricity? Heat, light, power, music. Upon what do these variations depend? Upon the mechanism to which the electricity is attached. What is the result of the action and interaction of the individual mind upon the universal? The conditions and experiences with which we meet. How may these conditions be changed? By changing the mechanism by which the universal is differentiated in form. What is this mechanism? The brain, the mind of a man. How may it be changed? By the process we call thinking. Thoughts produce brain cells, and these cells respond to the corresponding thought in the universal. Of what value is the power of concentration? It's the very highest personal accomplishment which can be acquired and a distinguishing characteristic of every successful man or woman. How may it be acquired? By faithfully practicing the exercises outlined in these videos. Why is this so important? Because it will enable us to control our thoughts. And since thoughts are causes, conditions must be effects. If we can control the cause, we can also control the effect. What is the changing conditions and multiplying results in the objective world? Men are learning the basic methods of constructive thinking. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night, the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. To thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night to the day. Thou cannot then be false to any man if you are true to yourself. So congratulations for making it this far. And now I'm going to tell you what to do with this photograph with this photo, I'm going to tell you what to do with this photograph. Now, with you, in order to cultivate the power of attention, bring a photo with you to the same seat, in the same room, in the same position as before. Examine it closely for at least 10 minutes. Now, you may be wondering why I have to do this, but this is the hardest task so far. Even for me, it took me some time before I was able to master this, but we're trying to cultivate a photographic memory, So, bring a photo with you to the same exact seat, in the same exact room, in the same exact position as before. Examine it closely for at least 10 minutes. Now, whatever is in your picture is going to depend on the photo you have chosen. But choose something that resonates with you, because you're going to be looking at this picture for a long time. So, know the expression of the eyes. Your photo might not have any eyes in it. The form of the features, the clothing, the way the hair is arranged, the way the sun is shining, the way the ground looks, the aura of the photo, each individual particle and how it's arranged, how it's set. Get a good picture. See every little detail, see every speck, see every line, see every curve, see every angle. See every individual part of that picture, each layer. See every single atom and try and memorize where it is. In fact, you can even note down every detail that you see on the photo. You can write it down or try and note it down mentally. Now, after you've done this for 10 minutes, imprint this picture in your mind deeply. Now cover it and close your eyes and try and see it mentally. If you can see every detail perfectly and you can form a good mental image of this photograph, congratulations. You are to be congratulated and you're ready to move on. If not, repeat the process until you can. So if you can't do this, keep going at it, keep repeating it, keep trying. If you can do it, congratulations, well done. You're ready to move on. If you can't do it yet, you're going to have to keep practicing. So cover your eyes, close your eyes, and see the picture mentally. You should be able to see an exact picture of what you was looking at before in color of what you was seeing before. I don't know if every single person thinks in color, so maybe if you're not able to do it in color, cool, but you should be able to see every detail of the picture, every shape, every single aspect and part of it. So this step is simply for the purpose of preparing the soil, as I mentioned at the start of the video. Next week, we'll be ready to sow the seed. And it is such exercises as these, you'll be able to finally control your mental moods, your attitudes, your consciousness. So, well done for making it this far. I encourage you. I hope you guys are doing well. I inspire you to keep going with keep your head up high, keep your heart full, stay motivated, because even I'll admit this week is a hard week, so most of you can't do this on the first try, but you don't quit. You have to keep trying and you have to keep doing it until you can do it, So I'm going to say this. Peace and love to you all. I love each and every single one of you unconditionally. I wish you the best in life. I honestly, deeply, gratefully, and truly wish you and each and every single one of you an authentic abundance of wealth, abundance of health, abundance of freedom, abundance of love, abundance of inspiration, abundance of intuition, abundance of prosperity, abundance of success, abundance of joy, abundance of fulfillment, abundance of satisfaction and spiritual sovereignty upon your entire bloodline of ancestors and descendants. You are divinely protected. So, we've reached the end of this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about how to sow the seed, and we're going to be going into the omnipotent power of the universe. So, I just want to take this time now to have a one-to-one talk with you and say, anything going on in your life, any problems you're facing, remember what we've done in this video, remember what we've gone over. Anyone trying to make you feel stressed, nervous, anybody's trying to affect your energy field, don't let them. Keep your third eye open, stay aware, stay conscious. You're going to want to start trying to stay present all throughout the day. From when you wake up in the morning, do your affirmations and set your intention for the day. And now you're going to become an effector in your day. So you want to walk with this power throughout your whole day. You want to walk with this conscious realization and take your highest truth with you at all times throughout the whole fucking day, So don't let nobody tell you who you can be or who you have to be. Don't let nobody stand in your way. Remember who you are. Know your true fucking power. And don't give up for nobody, bro. There's people on this earth, there's people on this planet who don't want to see you reach your full potential. So what the fuck do you look like quitting for one of these people? And these people don't even want to see you at your best anyway, It don't make sense, really. So, just some words of inspiration there. I hope you guys are doing the best possible that you can be. And I do wish you the best on your journey, I see you guys as versions of me, or you get it, or you guys are like, I'm speaking to a younger me, or somebody, not even younger, bro, anybody who wishes to better themselves, anybody who has any instinctive willingness to become the best person they can, and anybody with that willingness to learn and willingness to better themselves. Yo, this is nothing to do with ego, this is about spirit. But I'm gonna say, carry your highest truth without you at all times, all day. Carry your highest truth with you. Never change your mind just to please a woman, and always hold your deepest realization. Live with an open heart, even if it hurts, and stop hoping for completion in anything in life. Because as a man, we never reach one single point of completion. You're fucking always climbing that mountain, and I make this analogy as well. Some people think we can work hard. If I work hard enough, then one day I'll rest. No, bro. There's no day like that. The day you rest is the day you fall off, my nigga. So, as a man, I make this analogy, we're climbing a mountain. All the people who are talking or have the most opinions ain't fucking climbing the mountain. They ain't even start. They ain't even started. All the people that's talkers ain't action. They ain't actors. They ain't people who take action and take initiative. All the people who's talking are still the people who's talking when you started climbing the mountain. When you're at the top of the mountain, they're still going to be the people talking and having the opinions of you. So all these fucking people in the comment section, all these haters online, all these niggas who think they can bring you down or belittle you or impress and project their opinions of you, you have to see them as, yo, this guy has time to think, have an opinion about me, talk. This guy is obviously not climbing a mountain. And you start to see all the people who are climbing the mountain, who are actually successful in life, who actually amount to something, who actually have achievements and aspirations. These are the people who work in silence, move in silence. Silence is power, because they are actually acting. They don't have time. If I'm climbing a mountain, I'm at the top of the mountain, I don't have time to look around who's behind me, who's around me, and have an opinion of them, because that's distracting me. And ultimately, I could look around and they can pass me, bro. So this is how I look at you niggas who think you can judge me or have an opinion of me. In this time, you're too busy fucking judging me. I'm too busy working hard. So you can have all the opinions you want about me. You can think anything under the sun that you want to about me. Because while you're busy holding an opinion and tapping into your feminine side and thinking of things honestly which doesn't concern you, I was there acting. I was there getting shit done. I was there fucking grinding, putting in work. So in the future, when the tables have turned and we reap the results, that's why. Peace.